Bonjour, mon amis. Welcome. For the past few years, this cult hit has been permeating the online platform. Cobra Kai, a continuation of the saga of the Karate Kid. Through this, I discover there is a project that predates Cobra Kai that attempted to reach out the success of the Karate Kid and probably fell flat on its face. The Martial Arts Kid. A purely crowdfunded feature that was attempted to respond for a sequel, it miserably failed. I suspect because most of the backing base had already seen the previous film. A feature whose conception is described by its producer as stemming from his disbelief and disgust at the way that Mr. Miyagi was teaching Daniel-san karate by painting the fences and waxing the cars. On this I agree, it is très absurd. What is more absurd is that Mr. Wilson, yes, that is the producer's name, decided to remake the entire film to change one plot point. So perhaps this entire thing really is a prank by Dennis the Menace, solely to cause us pain. Come on, say it. Traditions Entertainment and Don Wilson. Those of you who have followed this man's career at length, all three of you, will notice he has a tradition of appearing in cheap schlock so horrendous that even I would not wish to be affiliated with it. And you will also notice a certain name pops up in a large majority of his works. Roger Corman. That might explain everything. Sincere Rossrock. Someone with a nearly parallel career. If you were to take hers and Mr. Wilson's and put them together on the shit scale, it will balance out really perfectly. Though with her films that I'm watching them, I'm not paying any attention to the production values. So now we begin. And I'm already certain Roger Corman had his hand in this as well. The director never learned the fundamental lesson that laying edgy music under boring shots of static landscapes still makes them boring shots of static landscapes. So now we cut to some action. The editor realizes they could have just started with that, right? That this chase is going on for a ridiculously long amount of time. The heart should have exploded by now from all the exertion. So, you may be wondering, are they doing this deliberately to pad out the film because they're desperate to fill their runtime? The answer is yes. In the span of a single cut, that cop has teleported 50 feet. Jeez, if he can do that, wasn't he teleport in front of them instead? So now he pushes the one guy down and continues to chase after the other one. Hey, guy number one, get up and run the other direction. Clearly you have the stamina for it.
Where are you going? Where are you going? Get out of here!
See, that guy had the right idea. But run, dumbass, don't jog.
You may be fast, but not fast enough.
Holy crap, is that called French?
Grandma, it's not as bad as it looks.
Wait, he was in front of his own house? He could have just run in his back door and avoided that entirely. What an absolute dumbass. Here is a shot of two of the producers who are looking on with haughty condemnation. Wait, who is that? I think I know her. Is that Cheryl Wheeler Duncan? Oh, she has quite the resume as a stuntwoman. And, whoa, she was killed in a gunfight when she ambushed her ex-husband. and she was a producer of this film. Suddenly, the stigma of Roger Corman is the lesser of two evils. Back to the scripted narrative, where we have a displaced teenager going somewhere he doesn't want to go, a la Karate Kid. Except in this case, he's going there in disgrace, instead of involuntarily moving up into the world. They're already stacking the deck against him. Melbourne? They sent him to Australia? Maybe they ripped off the Jackie Chan version and sent him to an entirely new continent. And there is Cynthia, waving a sign for our hero when he appears to have been the only person on the plane. Look at that face. I'll be making that face too if those magnificent tatas were squeezing up against me. Hold on. This is how Cynthia looked in the height of her career. Here is her now. Not that I'm complaining, but what the hell happened? Most people get swelled heads after going to the movies, but the swelling in her case was somewhere else entirely. Notice as he sneaks a peek, as we realize he is his aunt. Ugh. Call him Oedipus once removed. Once again, a montage of shots that have not yet convinced me they're not in Australia, with a split-second establishing shot showing they're in Florida. An entirely pointless, far too wide shot of a random cat that lasts longer than the shot of the sign. It's the only shots that actually mattered. This would normally be the place where I would start the pointless moment counter, but it would overload and break before we're halfway through the film.
Welcome to your new home. Mi casa, su casa.
Awful acting, followed by awkward silence. Cut, please. Notice that cut was made as the camera was beginning to move, indicating a tracking shot, which means that shot was actually longer. If you're going to cut a shot short, do it before you start moving the camera. A pointless shot of a leaf in a pool, followed by a shot of a grill.
The secret is not cleaning the grill.
Who just said that? And why? No one asked about the grill. A bunch of cuts where new characters being introduced, and we still haven't had a good shot of his face. Look at Robbie's face. Even he knows how stupid this is.
You know, that table's not going to set itself.
No, probably not.
Exactly. So, get to work.
What do you mean, man? I'm a guest, yo.
No, you're not. Your family and family works together.
That sounded somewhat threatening. That puts "we treat you like family" in a whole new context. Comme ça.
Come on down to Biff's Auto Emporium. We always treat you like family.
Gee, dang good, I'll go there right now.
What in dadgum Sam Hill was that? That's what we do to family around here.
I know he's been through a lot. I mean, his father left when he was born. He witnessed his mother getting hit crossing the street and killed. What kid can get over that? He's been traumatized. He's damaged.
I mean, you should bring him into martial arts school. Teach him discipline, be the father figure for him, put him on a positive path. I think we'll change his whole life around.
Obligatory exposition, followed by the point of the film's creation right away. For once they didn't drag it out. If only they did more scenes this way, the film would only be 45 minutes long.
I am right. He's a good kid. He just needs a chance.
You're always right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's what it took to get those boobies pressed up against me, I'd say that too.
He's on one leg, and he can still concentrate and balance anything. Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay.
Why was Don Wilson watching himself on the television? This is further proof that his films are so bad it put him to sleep. So Robbie goes out for a late night convenience store run.
Can I get some steaks?
Sure. Got any ID?
Yeah.
Sorry, kid. No ID, no sale. $2, please. You new around here?
How did you tell?
It's Cocoa Beach. You get to know the faces pretty quick.
Cocoa Beach is also a tourist trap. There'll be new people coming in all the time. What a stupid question. Here we have our knockoff Ali Mills and Johnny Lawrence, who is barely noticeable in the background where I assume he is taking a piss. Did they just roll camera on Zach without him knowing? Or is that some weak attempt to make him look like an asshole? For all we know, someone was in the store using the bathroom and he couldn't hold it anymore.
Thank you. It's not mine.
Clearly, you're not in the driver's seat.
Hey, take it easy, man!
Stop! God!
So now our knockoff Daniel and Johnny conflict commences. Except in Karate Kid, Daniel butted into something that wasn't any of his business, while Robbie has chatted up a girl innocently who didn't bother to tell him that she was taken. So whose fault is this really?
Oh, I'm really sick of this!
He's done this before? She is the idiot in this scenario.
You better get out of here before I call the police!
Why would she not?
Who is that?
You just had the displeasure of meeting Bo Whitlaw. His daddy's got a lot of influence around here and deep pockets.
Oh, now I see. This bitch is a gold digger.
You sure you're okay? Could it get you anything?
Cigarettes.
Sorry, champ.
He's still whining about the cigarettes after that? After she told him he couldn't have any? I suppose they're trying to make him look like some kind of delinquent. But they're just making him look like a whiny little bitch. By the way, you know what else he never does once in this entire film? Smoke. There is such a thing as being too on the nose. This goes right past that line and goes straight up it. Robbie shows up to a new school with a black eye. Just because Karate Kid did it doesn't mean you have to do it.
You know where my classroom is, or what?
There's a smartphone app for that. We have it here for the students who are too lazy to find their classrooms.
What a bitch. He clearly didn't know that. He's never been here before.
Oh. Looks like somebody got a little beat up last night. If you want trouble, you'll find it here.
That look on his face is far too genuine. I would react the exact same way. You should go to the principal right now and report that. But then again, after that first impression we just had, the principal might have him executed by firing squad. So he finds his class and wait a minute. Is that a crucifix on the wall? They can't do that in a school. That is strike 2. Report this place to the proper authorities. Get it shut down.
Well, looks like we have a late arrival.
You.
You.
Me too, buddy boy.
Oh, how nice. You already have buddies.
Wow, she is really stupid. A shot at a hot teacher does not counteract the ridiculously trite, heavy-handed query behind her. It would be one thing if these classroom scenes were to revisit that time and time again, to pinpoint our place in the hero's journey during the film, but that question is never addressed again. Why even ask it?
I guess you didn't learn your lesson the first time.
That is assault. That is strikes 3, sues the shit out of that school.
I can't believe my husband built me the largest home in America. And if that wasn't amazing enough, he goes and buys the Cocoa Beach Pier. I'm so thankful that I have...
I would be thankful if you took some acting lessons.
So, hey, how was your first day at school?
Don't ask.
Do ask. Do tell. You've got one hell of a lawsuit to file. Next, we have the first of many totally pointless fight scenes. I don't even know who that guy is.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
And Cindy, where'd you learn all that hi-ya ninja stuff?
Robbie heard her suggest to his uncle that he take him to his martial arts school to train him. How could he not think she'd pick some of that up too? Now a montage of people showing off that does not further the plot in any way. Is Robbie even there? Does that kid think he's Michael Jackson?
Today we have a visiting master of Yoshikai Karate, Jerry Blank. Let's have a big hand for Grandmaster Jerry Blank.
Thank you very much. Great honor be here at the Space Coast Dojo. We're just gonna do a real basic self-defense combination. First,
Now begins the first of many pointless cameos and people we'll never see again, and most people won't even know who they are. Have to fill half the runtime of this thing somehow. Here we introduce a second romantic interest for our hero. Will she provide some competition for our obvious Ali knockoff and gain Robbie's attention? No, it goes nowhere. If Anton Chekhov was still alive, he would shoot himself in the face with his own rifle.
Would you teach me?
I'm not sure you're ready.
Why not?
Well, for starters, you've been watching me put these chairs away, and you never offered to help.
He asks to learn martial arts, and the response is, do chores. Wasn't the point of this film that he not be taught Miyagi-Do?
We have a special guest instructor today, Master Pete Sugarfoot Cunningham, former world kickboxing champion. He's going to teach you some lessons.
I did not edit that at all. If you're going to take all the time to introduce a visiting master, maybe you should have a shot on him for longer than half a second.
I love it.
Uncle Glenn. Are you getting me a car?
If you're going to be running errands for me, we better get you some wheels. Follow me.
Uncle Glenn! Uncle Glenn! Yes!
Hey, this way.
Uncle Glenn, the cars. Cars are this way.
The entrance is over here.
Uncle Glenn.
And here we have a point where I figured it's another one of those beat-for-beat carbon copy things from the Karate Kid, where our hero is going to get a car. But no, they go for the fake out and do this. I suppose I thought maybe it would be funny. It's not. Followed by yet another pointless fight scene.
The thing is, I was just about to get my license back home.
He doesn't have a license? Why would he think he was going to get a car? He can't even drive it.
You gotta learn all new laws and rules, because it varies. So. But I like bikes.
That's good.
Fresh air, exercise. I like to stay fit and stuff. And
Sorry.
It's cool. Yeah, my dad just likes me to take the truck on air.
This girl has already proven that she is a gold digger with no taste in men. And there's already another girl who likes him. Why is he even trying with her? She's still with the asshole who punched him. Commence more pointless filler because the script was too short. At least when Rocky Balboa went after a ridiculously long run that would have killed him in real life, it had a point in the story.
Breaking away, stronger than gravity, bright as a starburst, out of the insanity. Breaking away, breaking away.
So it was all as if he could happen upon another dojo to introduce our Cobra Kai ripoff. Except this time, they played no part in the story whatsoever, giving Robbie no reason to even go inside. Say hello to our knockoff John Kreese. At least he keeps much prettier company.
I'm Coach Kane, LeRon Kane. As you can see, we here at Dojo Extreme focus on the most efficient systems of mutual combat in existence. Assess, assert, dismantle.
A three-step mantra. They really are a Cobra Kai carbon copy.
Thanks for the information. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Robbie is out, but this scene is still going? What else is there to do?
Get out! What are you smiling at?
Thank you, unnamed superfluous character. That was totally necessary. Hello, gold digger. How convenient to find you here.
But I'd, get a pop.
You already got a pop there, square in the eye.
I'm on my way to the zoo. I have to go drop something off.
The zoo?
Yeah.
Is that some sort of club or something?
No, like a real zoo.
You serious?
Mm-hmm.
Like with animals?
Yeah, I volunteer there.
Okay.
You can come along if you want.
Maybe you don't know this, gold digger, but you're supposed to break up with the asshole boyfriend before you ask out another guy.
What's up, buddy?
Bo, leave him alone. Take your seats. That means you too, Mr. Whitlaw.
I don't know what your game is, but I will figure it out.
Chapter 3.
Will.
He could not figure out how to put a round peg in a round hole. And there's yet another assault. What is this idiot teacher doing? And now we cut through the dojo. Robbie really needs this. No one on our campus does anything about violence. Oh, I see the point of this seems to show off what Cynthia Rossrock can do. Or gives the male audience some ideas of what we'd like to do with her. Oh my. Why is he watching her from afar? They already went on a date. And that useless scene is already over.
I mean, there's a lot more to martial arts than just the fighting aspect.
Yeah, it's funny you bring that up just because, I don't know, there's this character, Coach Kane. He runs Dojo Extreme. It's very ground and pound, You guys just seem so different.
He used to be part of my team. But he has a different take on the martial arts. He's all about aggression and fighting, and I had to let him go. That started the rift between the two of us.
So the knockoff Miyagi and the knockoff Kreese are former allies in this reimagining? Why would you go the Superman Lex Luthor angle? It contributes nothing. Another useless scene, and now we're in a convention center with a bunch of pointless cameos. They're all introduced, but it doesn't matter. They do nothing and contribute nothing. This scene does not add anything to the plot either, but I'm going to give credit where it's due. This scene came about from a casting call, where people from all around who are interested in being in the film were to come here on this day and this time. And every single person who came got to be in this scene, guaranteeing them a spot in the film. For that, I say sincerely, bravo. And back to the bullshit. Robbie can't kick right, so this smug prick shows him up without giving any guidance on how to improve his technique. Another worthless scene. Which turns into a montage that actually has a point. Robbie starts to get serious and develop some real skill. Yes, we get it. You are better than Robbie. Go away. Yet another pointless cameo for someone who doesn't do anything. I didn't know Coach Kane had a twin brother. Notice the visiting expert doesn't even give the lesson this time. Why did he take the sign out of the window? Did he think someone was going to get the job first in the 3 seconds it takes him to walk to the counter?
Your boyfriend's really not going to be happy I'm working here.
Well, that's too bad for him, isn't it? Bye.
I'm giving you this job on one condition. You should keep her away from those Dojo Extreme jerks.
So she really is still with him, and he now saw Robbie with her. He's dead meat.
This beach is for locals only. I am a local.
Wow. I believe that guy's aggression as much as I believe any performance in an M. Night Shyamalan film.
Hey, leave him alone.
Hey, leave him alone or I might start caring.
Are you okay? Go up to the cafe, go clean off.
This is our beach. We run this.
Yeah? How much did you pay for this beach? Should I come find you when something breaks at the cafe?
You know what? All of a sudden, I don't want you on our beach either.
Never mind the acting critique, just get to some pointless violence. After the gratuitous boob shot.
Get out of here! Come home to your mother!
I guess you're not your typical PTA mom, are you?
You got that right.
We don't tolerate bullies here. Go find yourself another beach. Thanks, officers.
So cops do exist in this town. I must say I'm shocked. Though in reality, they would arrest her too. Then back to the dojo, like that never happened. What's this? A nameless cameo is actually speaking and giving the lesson? What a shame he was never introduced. Who is that? Now we're back at knockoff Cobra Kai, where Kane's girlfriend puts on a horrible performance to pull that guy's strings. In any other film, I would applaud her for her obvious attempt at making it humorous, but in this film, I'm quite certain that was meant to be taken seriously. So now these two are going to fight over her, which a wise man does not do.
Assess.
Did he just state his dojo mantra in combat? Who would ever do that? Imagine if the Cobra Kai tried to do that. Strike first! Oh! How'd you know who was going to strike?
Assert! Dismantle.
That bitch sets that guy up to get his ass kicked. Because it makes her hot. Did that scene even have a point other than it illustrates it's that bad? We knew that already.
I know you don't believe it, but Bo is a real sweetie. Once you get to know him, there's a whole other side that nobody else sees.
She's not just a gold digger, she's absolutely delusional. Robbie, run away. Get away from her. Go back to the girl at the dojo who has the one line who obviously likes you. She has bigger boobies anyhow. Or her. Go for her. Pounce on her more than me. Pounce on Trounce.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I help you out with something?
I was in the area looking for a cute bike.
Well, this one, this is a great bike. It's a Land Cruiser.
How much is it?
Well, there's a markup price, but I'm sure we could, you know.
And now that bitch is jealous? What an absolute cunt! Get away from her, Robbie. Never go near her again. And now there's a Halloween party in the dead of summer. Because there had to be a fucking Halloween party because Karate Kid had one. Robbie, no! What happened to the smoking hot girl from the shop? She was the best thing was in the entire film. Forget that bitch.
I just got in a fight with Bo.
Oh, what?
I can't tell you. You'll use it as ammunition with my dad.
As he should. He was hired on condition to get her away from Bo, which he has failed to do. Once again, Cynthia Rossrock showing off. No, I'm not complaining. I'll never complain about that. Does that smoking hot but dumb as hell teacher write her name on the board for every class? Is that so she doesn't forget what her own name is? Wait, that's it? Why was that even in the film? And then, in the course of maybe a minute, the bitch finally breaks up with Bo, off screen, and this happens. Maybe if they didn't skip over the moments that actually matter, we wouldn't have only 45 minutes of story. Followed by that. You've already broken past the first base barrier. Just fuck already. Gee, does anyone else suspect Ron John was a sponsor for this film? Notice that other girl is suddenly gone? I told you it was all for nothing. We never see her again. Now the obligatory revenge scene. Is that guy 40?
Maybe you should have thought of that before you started messing with my girl. What? You gonna hit me?
He should. He has every legal right to do so in this scenario.
Yo, Bo, forget this punk. Let's go get yogurt.
Yogurt! Yogurt! He's 40 and acts like he's 7. was the age of 10 would ever do that?
Grasshopper, to what do I owe the pleasure?
We got a real problem here, Kane. A couple of your guys bullied my nephew yesterday.
What, were his pretty gi and Bruce Lee screams not enough to defend him against a mixed martial artist in command of his surroundings?
It wasn't a fight. He was riding along on his bicycle and a couple of guys drove up. They tried to intimidate him.
Give me the names of the ones responsible.
I've only got one.
Let's have it. I don't need that kind of person in my gym.
So suddenly he's not John Kreese? He would applaud that behavior.
Bo Whitlaw.
Look, Glenn, just between me and you, this thing between Whitlaw and your nephew, it's getting blown out of proportion.
He's really not John Kreese. He's actually a total pussy.
You know, Robbie, today in the gym, I was noticing you using the arm bar. And, you know, that is the most common submission in MMA right now is the arm bar. But you got to do it the right way. You know, I notice here. Now, when you lock the arm under, if the forearm is like this, you don't feel anything, right? No. Now, when you turn the wrist up, though, you get under here. You turn the wrist up, and you get under. Now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Okay, that's all you got to do. That little twist difference when you put the pressure on makes all the difference.
This would have been one of the many scenes I've actually skipped over entirely because they're a gigantic waste of time. But what you have just seen here is going to come back in a big way later on. You've just seen the setup for a massive sin. So more love fest and this asshole is stalking her. There's no way he could show up everywhere they go.
Hi. Hey, I... No.
You don't quit me. I quit you.
The end result is they're still over. So what?
I'm at the gas and go. Okay, can you please come here, please? I really need you right now.
Stay right there.
She has a car. He has a bike. She could have driven to him much faster than he could have gotten to her. Would have been safer, too. Now Robbie thinks he's John Wick. Hi, 40-year-old yoga guy.
Where's Carl? Screw you!
Hey, Bo. You know the new kid, Robbie?
Yeah? Yeah, you're gonna have a problem with him.
40-year-old yoga guy really asked Bo that? He was there when Bo provokes the entire thing.
Hey, look who it is. Where's Bo? None of your business.
Who just attacked someone like that? Was I not even there for you? Robbie, you are not Jackie Chan. It's far too late for that kind of ambition. That was not Robbie. Did they really need a stunt double just to ride a bike a few feet? I said before that the writers of this film are trade delusional. Somehow this video went viral in a matter of seconds. It's one thing for the kids that have the dopey smiles, but the parents? Any reasonable parent would take that phone away and say, that is not what we do in civilized society. Even Hallmark films do not exist in this warped reality. He just went to the dojo alone, where he knew Bo would have backup? How stupid is this dumbass? All Bo did was throw a locket on the ground. Does it really warrant this? Wait a minute. When did he arrange for backup? And how did he know Bo would be there in the first place? He tried there once already. I should know better than to care. These writers are lower than idiots. What is Robbie doing? This is not Billy Jack. Stop that. What is Kane doing? I've never seen anyone flee battle so casually before. there is what I foreshadowed. It's a huge sin. He's doing the armbar wrong. Now, given this is a film, I would understand fully that they would err on the edge of safety so not to get any of the actors hurt. And I would have given that a pass. But they already showed earlier in the film the correct way to do the armbar, and he still does it wrong. This would be the equivalent of Chekhov's rifle finally being utilized and it being out of ammo. Speaking of guns, if that guy had a pistol in his bag the entire time, why didn't he use it right at the start?
Everybody, stop fighting!
Everyone stop fighting? No! Only your enemies stop fighting! Don't you know how winning works? Robbie should have broken his damn arm and... Okay, that was impressive. Kane, a bandana does not hide your identity as well as you think it does. The fight is over, and we're really going to continue with the pussy coward who fled the battle. Really desperate to fill that runtime, I see. You really couldn't have done this battle at the dojo? Or did you just have access to the batting cages and wanted to make use of them? How would this battle have gone if either of these men actually had depth perception? So was those baseballs supposed to pose some sort of threat, or is it just a minor annoyance? I'm supposed to believe that Coach Kane has some shred of honor? It's far too late for that. Or was these writers so desperate to have a sword duel in modern film as they resorted to bats? It's very lame.
No more students.
Why did he say that? Does that bat just make a slashing sound? There's honor, and there's being a dumbass. He is a dumbass. Fear me as I lightly tap you against the cage.
You guys can't be in here. Okay, settle it, but you got 2 minutes, and then I call the cops.
That security guard just got fired. No one's going to do that.
Thanks for this tonight. Felt good to shake off the cobwebs.
Yes, thank you for terrorizing my nephew. We've already seen him fight multiple times earlier in the film. He had no cobwebs left.
Guess you really are the baddest man in town. You okay?
Who reacts like that? Bruce Campbell once said, Hollywood writers spend all day in dark rooms by themselves. They have no concept of reality whatsoever. Now I believe him.
What are we gonna do, Dad?
I'll tell you what we're gonna do, son. We're gonna inflict pain. Lots and lots of pain. Nobody disrespects me in my dojo. Nobody.
So Kane was a knockoff John Kreese, and this guy is supposed to be the knockoff Terry Silver? I am so glad that sequel never got made. With that, it's over. Oh, that hurt. They improve one single element from Karate Kid, where our hero receives a structured, competent education in martial arts, and then it fails on every other point. It's so obvious they only had enough story to fill half the film, and the other half is filled with worthless scenes that go absolutely nowhere. So since this film likes so much to cut things off abruptly, I will do the same.